Hey guys, welcome to Hope Notes by Kerry. I just want to thank you guys for all of your support and questions and love already. I definitely want to say that I am so blessed and thankful that you guys have taken faith in me and so quickly because I definitely didn't think yesterday when I posted the video on my channel that I would have already received this many responses. So I definitely want to thank you guys for that. I also just want to make sure that you guys understand that what I say on here in relation or in response, I should say, to you guys' questions or concerns or just in general, like anything I put out there, I don't want you guys to think that my way is the only way, that my way is the right way. This is just my advice to you and what I would give you, like I said, if you were my client or my friend or whatever relation you want. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that, because I think sometimes people think like, oh, you know, what this person says is they feel like this is the only way, and it's definitely not the case. This is just coming from my perspective. But the first question that I actually received was from a good friend through my Facebook, and I just wanted to address her concern, and I'm sure that she's not the only one who shares this concern, because I know I was faced with this many times, and honestly, there's no real answer, but I will do my best, and I will also probably post a follow-up video as well in regards to this, because I know this is such a large issue. But basically her concern was that she's confused on what direction to take with her life. She doesn't have a lot of sincere and genuine support from her family, loved ones, and friends, and it's hard. She's the type of person where it's hard for her to ask for help and for just a sense of direction. And when she actually does get the courage to let her guards down, it's very temporary, because she's always like too afraid to actually ask for that help, or if she does get the advice that, you know, she was looking for, she's nervous to take that step forward. And you know, sometimes it's confusing because you don't know where to begin. You're afraid of what the outcome might be. I mean, we're all afraid of change and the unknown, and you know, the possible outcomes of different decisions we make. But basically, she just wants to know how to push forward regardless of her doubts and her fears. And one thing, and this is just from my own mind, this isn't exactly clinical advice or something you would probably get from a counselor or a therapist, but is I've just come to realize that you really can't depend upon other people for what you want. And you can't be scared to go out there and get it. You have to dream hard, wish big, and chase after your goals. I know it sounds so corny and so cliche to say, but it's true, because no one else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to line up all your dreams for you, and you just, every step you take, you're going to hit a new one. I mean, this isn't Disney, unfortunately. As much as I would love for it to be Disney, it's not. And we have to understand, too, that even if things don't work out, you'll always be able to say at least you tried, and you can learn from the decisions that you've made, and from the journey that you were partaking in when you were trying to go after that dream. And I mean, overall, I just feel like, you know, I believe that we are who we choose to be. Nobody's going to come and save you. You've got to save yourself. You know, like, at the end of the day, it's always good to have love and support from family and friends. It's always good to feel like you're not alone. But unfortunately, sometimes we could be in a large family, a large group of friends, surrounded by people all the time, and we feel alone. We don't know how to ask for help, and if we do get help, maybe those people aren't so receptive of our questions. And you know, nobody knows exactly what you want out of life but you. And you have to come to a point where you realize, okay, this is what I want. How am I going to get there? And like the key word is, how am I going to get there? Now, how are we going to get there? How are me and my friends and me and my family going to get there? You have to figure out how you're going to get there. Because at the end of the day, everybody has their own blueprint for their life. And you know, yours might be similar to somebody else's, but it's never going to be congruent 100%. So only you know truly what you want out of life, and you have to be the one to figure out how to get there. And a lot of times figuring that out is the hardest thing in the world. But if you just stay focused and you try to figure out what steps you need to take in order to really, you know, get to your destination, it's so worth it. I mean, because like I said, we are who we choose to be, and nobody's going to come and pick you up. I mean, yes, you'll have people who will support you, but nobody's going to walk you to your destination. You're the only one who's going to do that. You have to save yourself, and nobody is going to give you exactly all the tools and the strength you need. You'll always have people who will help you along the way, but you're the one who has to actually go on this journey. You have to go out and fight for it. Nobody knows what you want except for you, and nobody will be as sorry as you if you don't get it. So don't give up on your dreams. Stand up and make them happen. And don't stop at anything. Coming from a personal experience, you know, I went to school for 6 years. I put myself through school, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Not just financially, but mentally, physically, all the above. I mean, I wouldn't give up my experience in school for anything, but it was definitely a journey that made me a stronger person, and I didn't know how to get there. I didn't know what the heck I was doing when I graduated high school. I just kept moving forward, asking questions, and even though I was scared, I just pushed through that. Because you got to remember, fear is only what we allow it to be. Because fear means false evidence appearing real. And, yeah, I know it's corny, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time we're so afraid of something. Like, when we're kids, we're afraid of the dark. Because we're so sure there's something out there in the dark. And in the long run, there's nothing there. So if we kind of just ignore fear, somehow we can get there. But to sum up, so I'm not talking you guys' ear off, I just want to say to my friend and other people out there who are afraid to push forward, even though they might be confused, is never stop asking questions, never stop walking, and definitely make sure you have a concrete idea of what you want out of life, whether it's school, whether it's building a bridge, whether it's starting a corporation, whether it's writing a book. Just write that down somewhere and then figure out your steps that you need to take until you get there. And always remember that even if you think you have nobody there for you and you think that there's nobody supporting you, God is always there. And He's just waiting for you to ask Him for help and guidance. And trust and believe, even though it might not happen right away, He'll eventually send you right in the right direction. Again, like I said, this is just like off the top of my head advice. It's not necessarily clinical advice. So I do promise I will follow up with a video about something, about, you know, as if you were my client, and what maybe I would tell you then. But definitely don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Because, like I said, nobody's going to walk you to that destination. You have to walk there yourself. And, you know, just remember that when you think you can't do something, think about all the times in the past when you thought you can't do something, and think about how you got past it. It is possible. So, thank you for your time. I know I kind of rambled on a little bit, but I know as we go along and, you know, we continue this channel, I'm sure I will learn to be more concise. Until then, have a great night, everybody. And God bless.